Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Local to Global series here at Kyoki Puroresu, as this is going to be our first show. Kyoki Puro 2020 project will begin, as we'll just get a look at the roster. As far as what we've changed, Prowler and Shadow, we've just shortened them to just Prowler and Shadow, all caps, instead of having their last names attached to it. So there is that. As far as from that goes, I changed some of the moves. I added some guys' finishes, so like secondary finishes. So you might see that, and I'll just bring that up when that happens. As you kind of saw there, we do have a stable, Dark Agents. Obviously, Dark Agents is from Pro Wrestling Noah, so like a stable in the mid-2000s. As, I figured that'd be like a great little kind of easy name. I wouldn't say easy name, but just a little name for Spider. Izuka is kind of, I almost said Izuka as Spider Izako, as she's basically, her character would be very much like a Black Widow, and kind of this very skilled, trained, just badass chick, and you have Prowler and Shadows, kind of like her little field op agents, kind of like her muscle, her lackeys, whatever you want to call them, just kind of her little side characters, if you will, or just kind of her little squad that kind of help her out, and kind of her little minions, if you will. So that's just kind of what that's going. The logo's pretty simple. That's just the kind of combining the white mask face paint of Prowler and Shadow, and then a little bit of the Black Widow, little spider gimmick where they have the little hourglass, the red hourglass on their back, just put that on the top. And it's just simple little logo there, nothing too crazy. We changed the ticket prices, though. We went to cheap, as it's very, the new system. I wanted to test out, see how it goes. Plus, for those who are kind of out of the loop on Local Globals, I'm sure if you're watching this, you are in the loop, but last year's, and pretty much any previous TEW games, Local Globals usually are a little bit harder to do, and they're kind of like a task to do, because, guys are usually making, or girls, guys and girls, are usually asking the minimum price is like $130, $140, if that, they'd be signed on the roster. But in this one, the lowest you can go is $20 that I've seen. But all these guys and girls that are on the roster now are just signed to $30 a night, which is pretty crazy. But, it is what it is. I think we're going to make money, though. We'll see. So I just wanted to make it cheap just to kind of see how we'd go. If it's for doing well, we might change it back to normal. If not, we'll just keep it cheap and run it from there. Very much like any pro wrestling company that I do here on the channel, I'm just going to book everything as I go, because there's not going to be a lot of angles. But there's going to be some angles, though, on this show. I'm not going to steer away from that, though. There will be some angles. The card's pretty much set in my head. I haven't pre-booked or anything, so we're just going to book it on the fly, and we'll see how it goes. But I pretty much got everything I want. But in my head, we'll just run it from there. So without further ado, let's advance, and let's run our first ever show. Just like that. So I'm auto-booked to a venue, obviously. Probably won't change that. There's all this screen. We do have some backstage incidents, though. What's going to happen? Oh my god, so many fucking people. Aki Camille. Oh no, failed to show up to her fucking scheduled meeting with a road agent. How about, slap on the wrist? Okay. Seems fair. As to I'm gonna guess the same thing. No, as to got in a heated argument with a fan outside and had to be restrained before he made things physical. He's intense personality, but he is happy. As a little intense, he got a little preempt before the first ever show and tried to fight somebody in the crowd. We're just stern warning on that one. Okay, small negative impact. Prowler, what's he got? Oh, he entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. That's nice. They showed what's everyone's personality and whatnot. I guess it's not really a big deal, and this is probably Wrestler's Court. Aztec Prince, and on a referee. As Aztec Prince was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out, the judge, Coin Mamutani, has found him guilty and sends him to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Aztec Prince has a quiet personality and is currently very happy. Alright, but this small impact positive for him there. Awesome, perfect job, great stuff there. So the card is pretty much, well, look at the, I think we just have to have a high spots match, so that's good. I have the high spots match already in mind, but just wanted to make sure that, so we'll start with the high spots match right off the rip. I'm the only road agent we got. We'll see how that goes as well. My road agent skills aren't really the best. We're kind of in the middle, but we'll see. But the little high spots match that I want to do, it's going to be a triple threat, which I was very about at first, because really Japanese pro wrestling companies, they do multi-man matches, but it is 2020, you know, so it's easy to, why not, it's 2020, it's in a fictional universe, might as well do it. So we're going to do Americana Junior, Aztec Prince, and then Ep.2. So pretty much, you know, all three pretty much aerial guys. I think Aztec Prince is probably the worst of the three. You know what? We'll just do it. We're just going to do a singles match. We're just going to do the singles match of Ep.2 and Americana Junior. If I got Americana Junior win because of Ep.2's... Oh no. Did I make it a death match? Whoa. Shouldn't be a death match. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need a death match. We need a high spots match. There we go. It's like, what the fuck? There we go. There we got it all situated. Whew. As Americana Junior getting the win, open and all out, perfect and decisive. All right. Time limit. We'll kind of see how it goes. I'm gonna go with 13. Sometimes they'll say, maybe this shouldn't be a good idea, you know, type of thing. But we'll see. Oh! Okay. That's fun, though. As, how about now? Okay, still furious. We'll keep you strong. The politics are already going. Okay. Fine. You win, you cocksucker. God damn it. Already. We're not even having decisive. You just go out there, have fun. Alright. So we have that out of the way. So now, for the kind of next few matches. So, I want to do Ant-Man and Graham Gorman. A little just, kind of in the middle of what I want. It's not going to be hardcore. It's not going to be aerial either. It's just going to be right in the middle. Nice little junior, kind of technical, kind of just all around type of junior match. Kind of, yeah, we got some gaijins in there. But we're not going to do any, it's not going to be a death match. It's going to be a regular old match. As far as who I want to win, though, is a good question. It's Ant-Man. I do love Ant-Man. He's not really over, but he's talented as fuck. Same thing can be said for Graham Gorman, though. Not really over in Japan, obviously, where we're at. But, again, much like both ACPW guys, my love for ACPW is strong, as I loved booking them in TEW 2016. That's why I brought two of some solid workers, some carpenters, if you will, over to Kyoki Pro here, Kyoki Puroresu. But who's gonna win? Again, I'm stalling as I'm trying to figure it out. Who I want to do, who I want to put over here. I think I'm gonna go Ant-Man. He's got a comic book villain gimmick, so it might not work. They might boo him out of the fucking building, but why not? Have Ant-Man win the first show. On the first show here. We'll do a rematch on the second show. And we'll have Graham Gorman beat him. We'll go 50-50 booking for it. But we'll go all out. 14. Call it there. As far as who's probably the most over on this roster, don't think it's going to be anybody, really. Because everyone's going to be pretty much in the middle. But we'll see. As far as as angles, there's two angles I want to do. One of them, the first one, is with Akikamiyo, who I want to base it on charisma. as it's gonna be like her little as she's a Japanese idol. One of their the genre for Japanese idols are usually pop. I was thinking about breaking that kind of tradition and having her be a rock idol, but that doesn't really. It's not really a thing. It's really just pop people. So she's just gonna be a pop star. Aki Camille's latest music video. So it's a little, it's like a 2-minute song type of thing. We'll see how she does. It'll be scripted since it's a song, but I think that'll be probably for the best. Rate her on charisma. But we'll look at her shit real quick. Maybe, because we don't want to do sex appeal, even though that's kind of what. I don't want her to just be like a sex object. She's at least talented in that regard. Her charisma is up there, so we'll run with that. We'll run with that. That's fair. As we're gonna put that. I think we're gonna put that right here. I'm gonna kind of fill her in between, because the match I want to do next is between Aki Camille and then Spider Zako, as just to kind of see who is. Okay, so yeah, everybody's on importance. Everyone's at the bottom of the totem pole. So we're gonna do this. Yep. We're not gonna do a death match. Don't worry, ladies. We will be doing a regular gimmick. Spider Zuko's gonna win, but only because of interference from. Spider Zako's only gonna win from interference from her henchman, from Brawler and let's see here, outside interference. Yeah, we'll do distraction from Prowler. Prowler's gonna distract her, and then the interference from Shadow. It's gonna be from. We're not gonna have that be the finish, but that's what's gonna cause the finish. If that makes any sense, they're gonna attack, distract, attack, and then Spider's gonna hit her finish, and that's gonna be it for Aki Camille. Tough start, but we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be 10 minutes because they're both pretty green, but we'll see. Everyone's pretty much not really pretty much anyone. Obviously, fucking Ant-Man and Graham Gorman are our vets, so we want them to do really well. But this is gonna be the co-main, weirdly enough, as we're gonna do out of this show, out of this match, Spider Zako gets the win over Aki Camille because of her stable, because of Prowler and Shadow. But Prowler and Shadow kind of get into a bit of a kind of who's important, who's more higher on the totem pole for Spider Azu. Like, who is her main squeeze, if you will, out of the two henchmen. So they gotta get in a bit of a shoving match. Starts out as a shoving match. Starts out pretty light. Then they start getting the light tubes out, and they start beating the ever-loving shit out of each other with them for a solid 2-3 minutes of that. That's the promo, or that's not really the promo, that's the angle. As I kind of want to see what I want them to, because they're just going to beat the shit out of each other with light tubes for a solid minute out of that. So we're going to go with fighting. Guess that'd be the best one. We'll see. See if that's going to be that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work, but fuck it. Which then, that will lead into a death match between the Cloaked and Shadows. As they're gonna fight on our first show. First ever show. They are fighting amongst themselves. Tag team, our only tag team, is having a death match between one another. We're gonna have Noritaka Imakura and Aztec Prince have a match too. That's actually gonna be the actual opener. We're gonna have Aztec Prince get the win there in a pretty short little match, because he's an actual young lion. But I don't know how far I wanted this to go, to be honest. I'm thinking 8 minutes. It's gonna be the main though, because it's a death match. I gotta, we're gonna just let the game decide. It's gonna be fun. Just an all-out death match Whoever wins. Just be some fun. But that's the main. Prowler and Shadow beating the fuck out of each other. As, let's see here. Yep, and then we'll have Aztec Prince. God damn it. Fuck that all up. Aztec Prince. Noritaka Imakura. Over here. Jesus. Didn't hit safe. As Noritaka Imakura. Yep, don't worry, bud. It won't be a deathmatch. Yeah, I only got 2 guys in the deathmatch, and I want to have a deathmatch on the first show. Just so happens that the only 2 people I want to do that deathmatch are on a tag team. So that's how that happened. But this is just going to be another open all-out matchup. No slow build. If I could do a slow build, it'd probably be the Graham Gorman Ant-Man match. We might do that, actually. We might make that a little slow build match. But as far as timing for this, I'm thinking like 8 minutes, 6 minutes. Something really short. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let that happen. Noritaka Imakura is getting a rough end of the stick there, but it's no harm, no foul. It's not a huge deal, but it's a deal. So we'll bump this up to 16 minutes. We'll see if they can handle it before we run it. Make it slow build. Took away decisive. Slow build, decisive. And, yeah. Also, I love that Americana Jr. couldn't beat Acid 2 when they both have the same pop. Acid 2's being a bit of a cunt already. So build. Okay. Ant-Man. There. Cool. So, you're almost the full hour. We got 7 segments. We'll see how the booking analysis goes. Yep. Okay, so we're still going to be penalized. That Graham Gorman and Ant-Man are going to be used too much. Plus, I'm being overused because of my road agent work. I figured that was going to happen. But, you never know, type of thing. Fuck. Just fuck. I could cut the Aztec Prince Noritaka Imakura match, but I'm just gonna chop this back down. Chop that back down to 12. That makes sense. I mean, they're both unimportant. Oh, well, no, I did it. I think it was 14, yeah. So chop that back down. Remove that. Damn. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Because, I mean, I just want to see if we take away this match. So we'll still have, so it'll have 4 matches, but only one of, so it won't be half still. But maybe, who knows? We'll just see real quick. Yep, still be penalized. Had a feeling. Had a fucking feeling. So we'll just go back and add that opener again. Really no big deal. Yeah, it's just, yeah, we're still 18 minutes in. We're fine. We're fine. We're doing great. We're doing fan-fucking-tastic. Well, you know, we know if we make money, which I think we will, the goal will be to add more deathmatch guys. That will be the goal going forward. Which I've shortlisted some, so it's no big deal. Some are pretty relatively cheap. Not extremely cheap, like Shadow and Prowler were, but still cheap nonetheless. Put that back down to 6. Cool. So I'm actually going to have Aztec Prince do that one as a road agent just to see what happens. They're still being slightly overused. Alright, so we'll bump that down a little bit more. Back down to 12. How we're doing. Alright, perfect. So we're still going to get penalized, but now I'm not going to get blown up there from doing road agent work. I think we got it. It's as best as we're gonna do. I'm okay with it. Let's run the show. So first match, our opener gets an 18. They are not thrilled with young boy Noritake Makora. That's not good. I didn't do a good job road agenting, so that's not good. But an 18 could be worse. As yeah, Imakura did an 8. He's just not ready. But Aztec Prince is ready with a 28 though. He's got a triple powerbomb as his finish too. That's pretty nuts. So that he gets the win at 6-12. That's a perfect little squash match, to be honest. Next match gets a 29. All right. So this is perfect. This could have been the main, honestly, as they're both really fucking talented. But just the way I was telling this Kyoki Puro 2020 project show, I wanted it to, the story the way it was told. I wanted it to do it that way. But this is a great fucking match. And we're going to do it again on the next show. But this time, Graham Gorman's going to get the win. But the Antidote gets the win for Ant-Man. I'm surprised the comic book villain got a good rating. But got the crowd hotter, so perfect. That was a great middle match. Got a 29. So this got a 27. That was actually a really great angle for her as debuted her Japanese Idol gimmick. That was great. That's awesome. 19 for the High Spots match. Acid 2 actually did a really good job. They were not thrilled with Americana Jr. either. Wow, I did not see that coming. But the Acid Rain Bomb from Acid 2 gets the win. 19, not as, it's alright, could have flipped it, but 62 people, though, that's, I just saw that, that's going to do pretty well there. We've pretty much, I want to say we've covered the roster just from 62 people, because it's $5, so yeah, I mean, I think we've covered it, just from that. This gets an fucking 10, Jesus Christ, so yeah, not good. Aki Kamito was very, very much booed out of the building. She's not very good right now. Very green. But a jumping knee strike from Spider Azaku gets the win there, thanks to our Dark Agents coming in to help. But I got a 10. Not very good. I shouldn't road agent, though. I know that much. I should definitely not be road agenting. I should just be someone. Just be like an authority figure or something. Not a road agent, that's for sure. But everybody's doing great on gimmicks, so that's awesome. I love that. As this did well, that's awesome. As that got a 17. Starts off with the shoving matches. Kind of Spider kind of runs her kind of hand, or the back of her hand on each of them, on their faces, and they just kind of like, I'm the better one. No, I'm the better one. And they start shoving into. Alright, and they, get underneath the ring, get some light tubes out, and they just start beating the shit out of each other. And it just turns into a death match from that point. We get a ref out there. I got a 9. Prowler wins in 7 minutes with a flying elbow drop. As Prowler was off his game. No, it didn't matter. They both got booed out of the fucking building. Alright. So, disappointed. We got a 14. Show didn't result in any popularity changes. But this did well, though. At least the Ant-Man and Graham Gorman match did well. So we got something going. As, I think as far as who was hated, Noritake Imakura was hated, Americana Jr. was hated, Aki Kamiya was hated, and both Prowler and Shadow were hated. So, let's see. 2, 3... almost half, so a half and half, a good split of hatred and love. So, we'll take it. As, we'll make a speech. We'll put over Ant-Man and Graham Gorman for being the awesome vets coming in and performing well. Good job. Just an okay job. That's putting it lightly there. As 2 was a bit of a dick, but I understand now why he wanted him to be put over, as the crowd pretty much shit all over Americana Jr. That's tough, though. That's tough. This is going to be a tough series. This is just going to be tough. I picked a pretty tough product, for sure, to start off for a local to global. But I want to challenge myself, too, at the same time. Who else I want to put over? I'm just kind of stalling for time. Aztec Prince did pretty good, but also Aztec 2 did pretty good. I'll go with Aztec Prince. Good job, good job, good job. All right. So that was good. Well, not good. That was, at least we didn't somehow lose Pop. I guess we'll take from that. So, you know, we've learned. We've learned who can cut it. We've learned who the crowd hates. We've learned who the crowd loves. A lot of people are leaving. Lack of big names. Hurt the attendance. Which, of course, I mean, we have nothing. As I wonder what were they thinking? It's not bad, given that the company's so small. That's, at least we got that going for us. We're trying to sign him, and then his tag partner. We're trying to sign him. That might be a good idea. So they're kind of cheap. From what I remember, yes, 60. Might be something we do. But yeah, there might be some changes. Might be some changes as the fight continues. In episode 3, that's for sure. Or at least our momentum went up by 1%. We got that going for us. So a road agent is kind of needed. We're going to need some changes. You know, from... Aki Kamino, she's so goddamn young, though. That's the thing. Like, they hate the young lions. I'm pretty positive they hate all the young lions besides Spider. Yeah, they hated all the young lions but Spider, from what I remember. So, I mean, they're just tough on young lions. It is what it is. We're young, though. We're young. We just gotta survive at this point. That's, you know, we're not gonna light the world on fucking fire. We're not gonna have 50s or 40s or 30s in our first show, but we gotta get better than that, though. It's tough, though. It's a tough product. Tough product to deal with. We gotta do a lot more death matches, or at least 2. And so far, we only have a tag team to do 1, and both of them are hated. And it was the worst match on the show as the main event. Which, I just went with tradition. It's always, the death match is always, it's always on last, but I think on the Fight Continue show, we'll do it again, but it'll be in the opener. We'll see. We'll see, though. But we've pretty much got the next card already planned out. We're going to do the Graham Gorman Ant-Man match again, but this time Graham's going to win, and we're going to do probably Prowler and Shadow again in the death match, depending on the roster, what we do and how we do money-wise. So far, we'll look at the finance real quick before we end this episode off. Seems like we're going to be in the green. We'll see, though. We shall see. Because our ticket sales covered the workers, so that's good. So we covered the workers. The show cost was $685, which we covered that with sponsors. I think we're going to be in the green. We'll see, though. As, yep, we will just advance it just one more day, just to double check, just see how we're doing. But I'm almost positive. Almost positive we're not going to lose out on money, but we'll see. We shall see. As I always love the Cornell versus all the Rhode Island guys are just ginormous as fuck. As that guy was 6'7", 375. What a ginormous human being. As, yeah, we made profit. So perfect. That's what we need to do. Listen, we're in the money-making business. We're not in the pro wrestling business. We're not in the Japanese pro wrestling business. We're in the money-making business. We gotta make some money. And so far we did. So the cheap tickets, I think it worked out. We might change it to, to normal. Just to see what we're at. See what happens. As, we'll catch you guys next Thursday for the Fight Continue show. Take care, everyone.